free, and enjoy more of what the world has to offer in this action one, because this is where most human beings screw the pooch.
So a little one-person trampoline, very
I screen shared it. Like, there's no excuse. Like, phone numbers are just out there. You just got to pick up the phone, smile, and dial. So. Good morning, and welcome back to another episode of the Talk to Tara Morning Show, where we go over tips, tricks, ideas, and exercises live every weekday morning at 7 a.m. to help inspire you guys to take more action, as much as get myself to get on the horse. And that's going to be the theme of today's show. Personal development, and accountability. We're all about here. And I was watching this social media seminar the other day, and the person who was talking, his name's Alex Hormozi, just an absolute juggernaut in the fitness industry, buying and selling companies. And now his latest company, acquisition.com, is doing literally over $100 million a month. It is pretty incredible, pretty impressive. And there's lots to learn. He puts out a lot of content out for free. That's really good if you guys want to go check him out. For today's topic, there was a main point that I really want to stress and go over, and something that I've been doing wrong myself for a long time. So I wanted to come up here and address it, because really at the end of the day, all this content is just a way to apply and improve and to grow. And if you absorb anything online, I would never take anything for the full value, like an absolute truth, because everyone's situation's different, their resources are different, their strengths are different, and we're just so varying it. But it is very useful to take bits and pieces of what you learn, and that's what I'm doing, and putting it out there to the world to hold accountable, to show that we're taking action on it. And my point being, the principle we want to go over today is asking versus telling, and how this can be really helpful when I'm reaching out to people and I'm trying to get them to do what it is I want to do, whether it is to click and watch this video for at least an extended period of time. Maybe it's growing a relationship or getting somebody to do whatever. Always think of how you can flip this into your own situation and people who you're engaging and asking around. And then I'll be talking a little bit in first person. So that is the goal, is to start asking versus telling. I was watching some of my older content, and we'd be going over these ideas and saying, like, you need to do this, you need to do that. And that wouldn't be true. And that's not really how it should be coming off, because let's go ahead and present this article right now. We're going to show over, it was a nice little article. It's for Go Master Coach, some coaching website for one of their blogs. And I like this little thing that I found yesterday. And so it's just how we're framing telling somebody to do something and asking somebody to do something, with the goal in mind of getting somebody else to do something that you want. And no, it's not. And so I'm watching a lot of social media, other coaches, other real estate agents, other real estate investors, just other people who I like watching their content, even to get more ideas or just check out what my competition's doing online. And I'm full. I want to lead with, I do this all the time for myself, and I totally screw the pooch on this. But just seeing people just demand and talk like they're completely like a end all be all, they're speaking in absolute truths. Like, this is, and most people are either doing this part-time, they don't make a lot of money. So it almost comes off as offensive, like you're telling me what to do, versus asking in questions. And they teach us in the coaching courses I've taken and stuff to be a coach and to work with people. We were always doing this. And then, so my main product now is 1PLP. It's the one-page life plan. And the whole thing is just asking you a bunch of questions. And there's really nothing specifically I can tell you that you don't already know, versus putting the right questions in frame of mind and then condensing it to a point to where we'll actually take action on it. And it's really the whole telling and asking principle and process. It's just on the social media front, it's so common to learn about something and then want to be in the driver's seat and then command people to do it. But maybe we can ask ourselves, the challenge today would be, how can I ask somebody something that somebody I care about, somebody who I want to build a relationship with, somebody who I want to get in touch with? How can I ask them a question to get them closer to something I believe that would be better for them? I believe most people are inherently good. And that the intentions are usually good, just the delivery is total shit. So we know this. What would be a couple examples? Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. You guys can all see my screen. Friends over at Instagram. Here, I'm just going to yell out a couple examples that we're going to go over. So telling somebody, and this is one of my, something I really am trying to work on, is you should exercise. You should exercise. And what is the reply? I know. Now I don't want to even more. Versus what could you do to feel healthier? What could you do to feel healthier? Asking a nice question. And their answer would probably be, well, I've been really wanting to exercise lately. I'm willing to say, and this is my opinion, that nobody enjoys being fat and unhealthy. I've never met anybody who likes to be fat and unhealthy. Really, like truly, deep down, nobody. There's usually always this, oh yeah, it's fine, it's okay. And then when I'm working with people, they're telling me about how they can't even look themselves in the mirror. They're just beating themselves up. Their confidence is really low. And eating sugar and that stuff's a true addiction. Like, it takes a lot of work to get over that stuff. It's pretty intense. And in the past, I was always really rough on it and hard on it because I just naturally exercised all the time and drawn to sports and drawn to this and that. So it was kind of just a natural influence, but it's not like that for everyone. And understanding that is where I'm trying to grow. So you should exercise today. Not saying you should, but versus just asking a probing question, what could you do to feel healthier? The next example is, you should stop procrastinating. You should stop procrastinating. Have you ever had a friend who told you, you need to do your homework right now? Or I remember in college, I'd have some buddies and I'd say, just do your homework right now and just get it done. And it's never that simple. And there's this weird thing that it has to come from personal experience for you to set yourself in the right mood, the right mojo, because you're going to be the one doing the task and understanding that. So instead of saying you should stop procrastinating, in this article, they're saying, what is the very first step you could take to move forward? It's a bit wordy for me, but what is the very first step you could take to move forward? What should you do to get it done? What could you do to get started? What should you do? What are you trying to do to get started, or even not trying? What do you think? I like asking those questions. What do you think you could do to move forward, to get started? What do you think? And then people usually have a good answer. People are a lot more intelligent than we give themselves credit for. So asking in a nice way, saying, flipping it to them, I'm here for you. I am supporting you. I want to understand why your hardships are hard. That's all people want to hear. Or in my experience, again, to try and speak more instead of telling somebody I know something, saying, in my experience, people want to be supported when shit sucks. Like when things are not going great. Most of the time, I do not want an answer. Most of the time, I just want some type of support, some type of understanding that my situation is important and that it is tough. That validation for you, on you, not about me. Have you ever heard somebody, let me know if this rings true for you. Have you ever heard somebody you tell them something that's brutal going on and with your life that you're having a lot of issues dealing with. It's pretty tough. It's some heavy shit, man. And the first thing that comes out of their mouth is their own experience in their own situation. They're like, oh, I get that because I go through this. I go through that. And you're just thinking, what the hell? I don't care about that. What about me? What about me? And that's okay. And that's one of the tough things. I was reading this book. This is my last example on this before I wrap up for today. I was reading this book, Man's Search for Meaning. Viktor Frankl, one of the best books, had me crying my eyes out. It's about concentration camps. He's in a concentration camp. And in the first half of the book, he talks all about what's going on in his life. Second half of the book, he's just like, he's a psychiatrist and he understands philosophy at a really high level, human thinking. And he talks about how people were getting out of concentration camps and they were going home to their homes. Like going to a concentration camp, I think, is probably one of the worst things you could ever endure. Worst ever. Horrible. And I mean, that's slavery, right? You know, what we're talking about. And then they go to these people who they thought were their friends and this and that, and they're complaining about everything that they had gone through and this and that. And then the first things out of these people's mouths who they're going up to, they're saying, well, we suffered too. We had a lot. The war was really tough. There wasn't a lot of food. We suffered. I suffered. And so just be prepared for that. And I'm not saying having a dark view on people in general, but use that to your advantage. The understanding of this can be a huge advantage because since people aren't willing to do this usually, I know I forget to do this all the time. This can be my advantage when I'm asking people to do something that I want. When I'm just understanding that, okay, people want to talk about themselves, to my understanding. People want to learn about themselves. People want to know that they're supported with their problems. So I can just ask them questions that focuses on their knowledge that leads them to the light of being healthier, to being more productive, to being accountable, to understanding their purpose, to having a real plan, because we're big believers in the ripple effect here. And if there's one thing that I can do for you, and you can take that and apply that to your own relationships, to your friends, to your career, and the difference that you can make in that atmosphere, the help is limitless. And that is my purpose, is through love and support to guide people to their potential. And to do that, we got to ask questions and stop telling people what to do. So that's all we have for today, is the whole asking versus telling concept and how you can use it as a superpower to get people to love you, do whatever it is the hell you want, and rock and roll going forward. This is episode 191 of the Talk to Tanner Morning Show. And that's it for me, guys. I'm wrapping out of here. If you want to learn more about what we offer here, you can always send me a direct message to learn more about the One-Page Life Plan, 1PLP. And additionally, I will be posting more blog posts. I posted my second blog yesterday. Going to keep rock and rolling that today. Cheers, friends. Lots of work to do. Hump day. Got to do some budgeting. Got to do some property stuff later on, but it's going to be a fun day. I hope you guys have a fun-filled day yourselves. Go out there, take action, take one piece that you've learned today, try and apply it in any way you can. Someone you like, someone you care about. What difference can you make? So thinking in your own position, thinking, I'm here, people want support, I'll be there for them. What can we do together? That's it for me. See you guys all again, 7 a.m. live Central Standard Time tomorrow morning, Thursday. Holy crap, it's already Thursday tomorrow. I'll see you guys all Thursday morning tomorrow, January 12th at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. Cheers, friends. I'm out of here. Until next time.